Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, start of a new week. I quite like Mondays because it just feels like the start of a fresh week. My mind seems to be like really motivated and really geared up for having a really good and productive week. It's like the days are stretching out in front of me, ready for possibilities of everything that I'm going to achieve. It's all gone wrong by Wednesday, but Monday feels good. Monday I'm motivated. So it's Kylie from Hello Crafter. If you've not seen me before, I've been on live every day for this is the 8th day that I've come on at this time, just to do a little bit of crafting with you. So it's my 12 days of Craftmas series, doing Christmas projects for you until Friday. Friday will be the last day. And it's been great fun. So if you haven't seen any of the previous videos, you can go back and watch them if you want to. And you can see on my page, if you scroll back, pictures of the projects that I make. So before I forget, I just need to remind you that I'm doing a little bit of a competition type of thing. So every day I add something to my Christmas decorations in my craft room, and every morning I've added something new, and it's your job to spot the difference. So you'll have to go and look at yesterday's if you haven't seen yesterday's to see what it is that I've added this morning. And if you comment, then you go into a little draw and you can win the projects that I'm making. So I didn't do the days before because I forgot. So the days before was this project here, and I didn't draw for this one. So I put your names into a pot as usual. So I'm going to do that now, and then I'm going to also draw for yesterday's project, for yesterday's decoration, because if I don't do it now, I'll forget to do it. So just a little delve around in the names, and I'll pull out Alison. Well done, Alison. I'll send you this card. So I'll put that there so I don't forget. And then the scrapbook pages that I did yesterday, I've taken my photos off, and you've got the placeholders for your own photos. But if you don't want to use it as a scrapbook, then Hazel had a really good suggestion of putting them in a frame. There's a little kind of festive decor that you can take down at the end of the season. And you can change up the photo every year if you want to. If you don't want it as a scrapbook page, chop it up and use it on your cards. Take all the die cut elements off, all those like trees and everything, and just recycle it. So it's totally up to you. So the person that gets that one is June. Now, June, I do know you scrapbook, so you might like to use it as a scrapbook. And I've got a feeling you might want to embellish it though, because I think your style is a little bit more fancy than mine. This is probably a little bit simple for you, but it is a beginner version of a scrapbook page, and you're not a beginner, so you can pimp that up as much as you want. So I'll send that to you, June. Right, so let's get on with today's crafting. Oh, do you like my jumper, by the way? I think this might be my favourite. Is it last year's? I bought this last year. Merry and bright. It's nice and fun, and it's very comfy. It's a really lovely thick jersey kind of material, with like a fleecy, it's got like a fleecy lining, which is really nice. So good morning, Karen. You're in South Wales. Yes, I bet it is very windy. I think are you going to be doing any walking, or are you going to stay in and drink hot chocolate or something? Right, let's pass you down. Let's bring that up. Right, today's project. We're doing something fun with penguins today. So this, I love this stamp set and it's got so much in it. But sometimes when there's a lot of things, I get a bit overwhelmed because I think I have to use everything on one card. So I have to use all of the stamps on one card, but you don't. So sometimes I just like to pick a stamp and then do lots of fun things with that one stamp. And I like the idea of doing kind of repeating patterns with a small stamp like this. So this is one where you can just definitely get some white card and just have a play and just experiment. But I'm first going to use my black ink. This is actually on the free gift for today. Today's free gift is the Memento Black. It's a good black to use with blends as well. If you colour in with alcohol markers, it's a really it's a good outline ink. And if you've already got one, you might prefer to choose the refill. It's up to you. Either or. I am going to just put a little bit more ink on my ink pad because I noticed it was getting a little bit dry. I don't like to use too much on this black. I would rather use a little bit often rather than really fill it up so that it's too juicy. So once I've added some ink, then I take my bone folder and just spread it evenly. Let's get my cloth. My cloths are in the wash, so I might just have to rub that off on my leggings. It's fine, it'll come off. Now I can just test it now, see if that's it's quite a nice solid image, and I think if you've got a solid kind of stamp like this, well, you'll know if your ink's not inked up enough because it just won't look as solid as it should. So we're just going to stamp loads of these, and you know what, that would that would work as a card on its own, just like this, just like a whole army of penguins. I mean, that if you just chop that to size and put that on a card, that'd be fine. Just add a bit of colour for its beak and feet. But then I am going to die cut these. In fact, I'm going to do some uncoloured cardstock as well. I've chosen colours from the Subtles pack. So Stampin' Up sell packs of the individual colours, packs of 24 sheets of the individual colours, but they also sell mixed packs in the colour family ranges. So Subtles is this one, which is like, they're more like pastel-y colours, which I really like. I like the Brights as well. Brights is probably my favourite, but Subtles probably my second favourite colour family. So if you buy a multi-pack, you get 2 sheets of each of 10 colours. So you get 20 sheets, and that way you can save some money because you don't have to get full packs of all the colours that you want. Excuse me, I just have a bit of a sip of tea. Right, die cutting now. And actually, I'll do a couple, but I do have some already cut, so I just thought that would save a little bit of time on my live. If I believe me, I'm not always that organised, but I did make sure I did some this morning before I came on. So with the Snowy Wonder stamps, you get the dies. You can get the dies to coordinate. These are retiring soon. Unfortunately, the price is still the same. They haven't reduced the price. They haven't reduced the price yet. I don't know if they will, but they will be gone soon. So if you wanted this bundle, you should look at the last chance list. Also, if you are thinking of a present idea, and I did say I was going to do this every day, but I just keep forgetting. There's only so much my brain can keep in it at any one time. So I do forget things. Anyone who knows me knows I'm a little bit scatty at times. But a great gift idea is this mini cut and emboss machine. It's lovely. It makes a perfect Christmas present. And a lot of the dies that Stampin' Up sell, not all of them, but there's a lot that do fit the small machine. And sometimes you don't need to get the big one out, especially when you're cutting lots of little things like this. This cut and emboss machine, the mini cut and emboss machine, is perfect. So if you fancied one and you've got a generous family member or other half, or someone's asking you, what can I get you for Christmas, then just point them to my shopping link. Tell them what you like, and I'll help them sort it for you. Right, look, I've done some already. I've done the coloured ones already as well. So let's put those to one side. I have also die cut myself some circles out of the same coloured cardstock. So if you want to know the colour names, it's Lemon Lolly, Bubble Bath, Fresh Freesia, Pool Party, Soft Sea Foam and Petal Pink. They're my 6 colours that I've chosen for this card. I quite like them because they sort of look rainbow-like all together, like that, which is nice. Right, so the first card is going to be very easy. So I've just got a normal plain white card base. Now I've got all my bits done, and actually it took me probably much less than 10 minutes to cut about 20 odd penguins out, and now I've got lots to use on my cards, so it's definitely worth having a little session. Oh, good morning, Charlotte, Julia and Sharida. Yeah, the wind's dropped for us as well, so it's I mean, it's still grey. This morning when I woke up, it was lovely, like clouds rolling by, pink clouds in a slightly bluish sky, which looked great, but it's gone grey now. Don't know how cold it is though. I'm going to get these stuck down. I'm going to arrange them on. It doesn't really matter what colour order they go in, really. I'll just arrange them so that they're sort of fairly even. If you've got a circle die, this is actually my most used die set, by far the most used die set. It's the Stylish Shapes dies, and if you don't have it, I really highly recommend it. You can cut out squares, circles and these lovely banner shapes for your sentiments, and I know it's a mess because I've just shoved everything in, but normally I've arranged them neatly. I think there's 5 circles, 4 squares and 4 banner shapes in there, all different sizes. Perfect. And they create this lovely stitched effect label, which just kind of, because it's given it that edge, it looks so much better than just a normal punch shape, I think. Although, you know, your circle punches are still, will still work well with this card. So yeah, don't worry if you don't have those. If they ever retire the stylish shapes dies, I will likely not let them go. I'll just have them. I'll just keep them. So now we need some penguins. It's 6 penguins out. And literally just stick them on with dimensionals, I think. They look cute. In terms of a sentiment, you can use one of the stylish shapes dies. You could cut out a banner like that. I actually did a white one and I did a heat embossed one. So I think either would work. Let's put the heat embossed one on. So I'm going to double stack my dimensionals. Put one on top of the other. I've actually cut just the edge bits off. So I've got double height dimensionals so that they can raise above the penguins. Yep. And then my other card, just thought I would get these rainbow penguins. Arranged on here. And they're all kind of like jostling like that. And then a sentiment, which I'm going to use the same sentiment as there. That it actually comes from a different set, comes from Decorative Trees. This long thin one, May Your Days Be Merry. So I just chopped off the Be Merry for that previous one. And just test that. So because of these long, you know, the long skinny stamps, sometimes find they go a bit wibbly wobbly. So just lightly place it on your desk and let it take its natural shape, because sometimes you can twist it without meaning to. And then pick it up with your block. It should now be straight in theory. So some of these are going to be glued and some of them will have dimensionals. So, and this last one's going to have a double stacked dimensional. So that's quite fun, isn't it? Who says penguins have to be white and black? I feel like they need a bit of colour on, so I'm just going to grab my yellow, what's it called? Lemon lolly. It's a subtle difference, but I think it needs it. I know you can't see very well on there. I have actually got a final card in mind along the theme. So I've got some scraps of that cardstock and I'm going to chop it. I'm going to just get some strips of it. It doesn't matter how wide your strips are. This is just over a centimetre, about half an inch. I think it works well. So let's just get a couple of each colour chopped. We probably won't need all of these, but might as well get them prepared. So we're going to do a stripy background and just need to cut, well, you don't need to cut them down yet. You can, this is 8.5 centimetres by 12.8. So you don't have to put glue all over, or you can if you're careful. Just put a little bit of glue and then start laying your strips down. Just go right up to the top. Once you get your first one on, the rest of them are a lot easier to put down because you just get them right up to the previous one. As long as your first one's on straight, then it's easier. It's easier to get the rest on. Oh, I've missed a colour. Can I get that off quick? Yeah. It doesn't matter if they overhang at this point. It's actually probably better if they're a little bit longer, because if you cut them a bit too short, then you'll have to do more trimming. So I have got a tiny little bit of white there, and I'm not going to bother putting another one on. I'm just going to trim that off. So you can trim with your scissors, or you can go get your trimmer, which is easier. Just put that up to the edge, trim that off, trim that little white bit away. For some reason I've got some marks on here, but it doesn't matter because it's going to be covered up. Let's just see if my rubber will get that off. I don't know where that's coming from, but it's coming off. Yeah. So there's my rainbow stripy background. Now I'm going to find my leftover penguins and I'm just going to stick them on. I'm going to stick them on all over. I'm going to go off the edge. I'm going to fill all the gaps. They're going to go all directions. And then I'm going to chop some of them off from behind. Anything that's sticking out. Did go a bit mad with my glue there, so I'm just going to be careful. See if I can get any of these bits. That one can go there. And this little feet can stick on just there. And then another one with some feet right up there, and that just fills in some of those corners. Get rid of all these sticky bits. It's quite fun, isn't it? So have a look. Yeah, pandas. Yeah. There's another set with a penguin in it, I just remembered, which is now what's it called? Choose Happy. Choose Happy is in the annual catalogue, and it's got all different elements in it, but it's got this really cute penguin. The only thing with that is it is a bit smaller than this one. You can see you will have to, if you do this technique, you'll have to cut them out by hand. So now this will get mounted onto a slightly bigger white piece, which is 13.3 by 13.3 by 9. Gives it a little border. And then I've done an extra black border around that as well. So that's 13.8 by 9.5. And then that can go on my card, like so. So if you're on my email list, then I'll do the PDF with all the measurements for all 3 cards and the instructions as a PDF that you can download. That'll be going out later today. And if you're watching this and you're not on my mailing list, then feel free to join it, and the link is below the video, so you can get yourself on there. I'm going to continue with this sort of, not the 12 days of Christmas. I'm not going to be emailing you every day. after Friday, but I will be emailing more regularly with free tutorials and useful stuff. So I hope that's all right by you. If you join my mailing list, then hopefully some inspiration will be coming to you a little bit more often than it has done previously. But hopefully that's useful to you. Now this needs a sentiment and I'm not sure what it needs. So this could be, oh, actually quite like that. Yeah, let's go with that. We'll get a couple of dimensionals on there, little mini ones. I'm going to put 3 on. Well, that was handy that I'd done that. So let's put that up there just to be different. There we go. With 3 fun pastel rainbow penguin cards. I hope you enjoyed them. I sometimes like to go off piste with my colours for my Christmas cards as well. And so this is every year I do at least a couple of rainbow Christmas cards. So let's see, you are exits. Come back. Yeah, just as a reminder about the offer on my free gift offer, you can pick from any of the free gifts that I've done daily specials for, and there is free shipping today, tomorrow and Wednesday up until 11 p.m. Free shipping on all orders over £60. So if you've got a bit of a wish list going, or if you've seen some things in the last chance sale, because there's not a lot that's sold out. There's probably about 20-30 items that have sold out. There's still loads of stuff at 70% off, 50% off, 40% off. But once these items have gone, they're gone. So do make sure that you have had a look, because I know it'll happen, because it happens every single year without fail. That something goes out of stock and the very next day I get asked for it. And they're really disappointed that I can't get it for them. So this is just a little reminder to just have a little look and take advantage of the free shipping. It's £60, or message me, because even though I've done my order this weekend already, I did it late last night, I will likely be putting another order in before the end of Wednesday. So if you do want to message me with what you want, I'll order it for you. It'll come to me and then you can pick it up. You can arrange to pick it up from me, save you a couple of quid postage. But obviously that's going to be a bit slower than if you just order it yourself, but that's fine. Yeah, let me know if you need anything, if you have any questions. Thanks so much for your comments as usual. I really appreciate you joining me live, because it's so fun to craft with you. And also, if you're watching the replay, thanks so much for watching through to the end. And I hope to see you back here tomorrow, 10 a.m. Bye for now.